everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will show how to exclude slicer selection from Power BI visuals. So here I have created two visuals. One is showing total sales by market and the second one is showing total profit by market. And I have a slicer that is showing market data. Now typically when you select some slicer values, the visuals get filtered based on the selection. So whatever data I'm selecting here, like Asia Pacific, Europe, Latin America, so my visuals are also showing me data based on this slicer selection. But suppose the users want the slicer to function in a different way. They want to exclude the data from the visuals based on the slicer selection. Meaning, when I select some values from the slicers, those should not appear on the visualization. Those should be excluded from the visuals. So let's see how to achieve that. So as a first step, I have to create a separate table which will consist of the distinct market values. So let's go to table view, then table tools and click on new table. And let's name it as exclude slicer. And I'll use values function. Since I want the distinct value of market, I will specify market. Alternatively, you can also use distinct function instead of values. So see here, now I have got the list of distinct market values. Instead of values, let me show you can also use distinct function. So this will also give you the distinct list of market. So now this table has been created. There is one more thing that we need to keep in mind, that this exclude slicer table should be an independent table, meaning it should not be related to any other table. So now we'll first replace this field with the newly created slicer field. So right now we are using a market from orders table. I'll just remove it and I'll drag this market from this exclude slicer table and place it here. Now see, when I'm selecting the values from this slicer, the visualizations are not changing because this exclude slicer table is not related to orders table. There is no relationship. So now what we have to do is we have to create a measure. So let's go to order table and let's create a measure. Let me name it as exclude market. And here you can either use if function or you can use switch function. So let me use switch function here. Switch, then the condition will be true, comma. Now I will specify two conditions. So the first condition is the table which I have created to use the slicer, that is the exclude slicer table. So I will first check whether the market field from the exclude slicer table is being filtered or not. So that will be my first condition. So for that I will write is filtered and market from exclude slicer table. So this function will basically check whether this market slicer from the exclude slicer table is filtered or not. And then my second condition. So let me use AND operator. And my second condition will be the market values from the main table, that is the order table, that are there in the selected values from the slicer or not. So for that I'll use another condition. I'll use values, then I will specify market from order table in, then again I will use values and market from the exclude slicer table. So this condition will basically check whether the market data from the orders table which we are showing in the visualization are there in the selected values of the slicer or not. So if this two conditions satisfy, then I will specify as 0. or else 1. That's it. And now I have to add this measure to this visual. So I have selected this visual and add this exclude market measure to the filter section. And to exclude the selected values of the slicers from the visuals, I have to specify this condition as 1 and apply. And let me add the same filter for this visual as well. So let me select it and let me add this exclude market to the filter section, and I'll specify the condition as 1 and apply. And now you see, when I select Europe, Europe has been excluded from both the visuals. USA, and see, USA has been excluded. Let me select Asia Pacific. See, both USA and Asia Pacific have been excluded. So this is how you can implement this kind of scenario where you have to exclude the data from your visuals based on the slicer selection. That's all for today's video. I hope you have found this video useful. Thanks a lot for watching. Do subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.